everybody, I came up with a video idea last night when I couldn't sleep, which is relatively frequently, but I decided to make a video about one of my personal debates, something that I internally debate about all the time, and I sometimes have to, it involves books, it involves me recommending these books to friends, and I just thought I would talk about it and get to the bottom of my own debate. So this is really going to be a help for me. I come up with random debates all the time and argue with myself as to what's a good answer. I'm kind of an interesting person. But this particular debate is between Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes and Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and which one I like better. So the first series I have here is Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. There are going to be 6 books and possibly more. It's expected to be 6 books, but she might continue it later on. So far we have 3, and the first one is Falling Kingdoms. The second one, which is my personal favorite, is Rebel Spring. And the third one is Gathering Darkness. Beautiful covers, really awesome story. I thought I'd give you a synopsis, but I'm really bad at synopses, so I'm going to read it for you in case you haven't heard of this one. This is a little less popular. In 3 kingdoms of Mythica, magic has long been forgotten, and while hard-won peace has resigned for centuries, a deadly unrest now simmers below the surface. As the rulers of each kingdom grapple for power, the lives of their subjects are brutally transformed, and 4 key players, royals and rebels alike, find their fates intertwined. Cleo, Jonas, Lucia, and Magnus are caught in dizzying world of treacherous betrayals, shocking murders, secret alliances, and even unforeseen love. Does that not sound awesome to you? I mean, really? I have read all 3 that are out. I've read all 3 of these, and each of these I gave 5 stars. I think on Gathering Darkness I dropped it down a star because of a reason that I'm not going to tell you clearly, but honestly I should go change it to 5 stars right now because there's no flaws with this. It is in 3rd person and there are multiple POVs. All the characters are really awesome. Lots of them have their dull moments, but you know, don't most characters, like the main girl, one of the main girls, Cleo, some might argue that she's a Mary Sue or just stuck up and horrible, which she is, but that's her character flaw. That's what you're supposed to hate about. You're supposed to not like that part of her. So it's not like you're supposed to like it and then people just don't. Don't listen to what people say bad about the series. Please don't. If you take anything away from me, other than Christianity being good, just read them. I don't care what people say about them. I don't care if you read the first one, you don't like it. Keep going. Keep going. Because if you didn't like it by the first book and you still don't like it by the second book, what? What do you mean? Are you lying? And now this second series is much more popular. See, what I try to do with this booktube channel is try and promote books that I think don't get enough hype, and I don't think Falling Kingdoms gets enough love because it is freaking awesome. But this next one, like I said, is exceedingly more popular, and that is the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. The first one being Throne of Glass. I'm not going to hold these up because these are heavy. Crown of Midnight, Air of Fire, and then this is a bind-up of the 5 novellas that take place before Throne of Glass, The Assassin's Blade. Lovely, lovely covers. I'm just going to hold up the first one because it's paperback and it's lightweight and I'm lazy. So, if you don't know what this is about, I'm going to read the synopsis on the back. In a world without magic, see, they're similar in the fact that they both don't like magic. An assassin is summoned to the castle. She comes not to kill the vicious king who rules from his throne of glass, but to win her freedom. If she defeats 23 killers, thieves, and warriors in a competition, she will be released from prison to serve as the king's champion. Her name is Selena Sardothian. The crown prince will provoke her. The captain of the guard will protect her, and a princess from a faraway land will befriend her. But something evil dwells in the castle, and it's there to kill. When her competitors start dying one by one, Selena's fight for freedom becomes a fight for survival and a desperate quest to root out the evil before it destroys her world. Boom. This I think the reason why I really love the series is because I love the main character, Selena. She's amazing. One of the best female leads I've ever read. And definitely my favorite in fantasy. The thing with this series is, though, I am currently on Air of Fire and I'm just a little bit over halfway. It's quite dull. I'm having a very hard time going through them. But like this one I read just boom, boom, boom. I sped through it. Same with the second one, but I'm just running a little slower in Air of Fire. It is very large and stuff like that. And I also haven't read the novellas. So that's where it goes, is that with Fallen Kingdoms, I've read them all because there was never a dull moment to me. Some people might find it boring, like some of the flashbacks, but I like learning about background and flashbacks and stuff like that. But I don't care for her flashbacks. I don't really care for them. And I honestly think these run a little slower. Not this one. You will be holding your breath the entire time until you get to the end. And then just as they go, and I get it. It's the third book in like a 6 or 7 book series. Halfway point, it's gonna be a little slow. Now it's time to start developing it so she can write 3 or 4 more books on this topic. She has to stretch it out, lay it all out nice and slow so that you can catch up to it for the rest of the entire series. But I just think that it's so hard. I love them both so much. I also gave all of the Throne of Glass books like 5 stars. Air of Fire, I feel as though it might be a 3 or a 3.5 just because it's running very slow for me and I do not care for the flashbacks. I think they're insanely boring. I keep almost falling asleep, in all honesty. But it's such a hard debate because I'm not saying, I know there's going to be someone butthurt out there because I said this, these are a little similar. And people are like, just because it's high fantasy doesn't mean it's the same book. No dip, Sherlock, I know that. What I mean is that it has very similar qualities. Is that there's a kingdom without magic, and then magic is found, clearly. And there's like lots of fight scenes and assassins and rebels. It's similar. It's similar. A book can be similar without being the same. I'm going to say that I think The Hunger Games and Maze Runner are extremely similar, but they're completely different stories. They just have similar aspects. That's what it is that people get all butthurt because they think we're saying that Maze Runner is just like The Hunger Games, even though Maze Runner came first. But still, that's not the point, is that they're just similar. So it's very, very hard for me to decide which I like better because I love them both. I really do. Now it's for the moment of truth. As I've talked this out by myself, because if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I'd probably just be sitting here talking and trying to decide because talking out loud helps. If I have to pick a favorite between these two, Fallen Kingdom series and Throne of Glass series, I think I'm gonna have to go with Fallen Kingdoms. I just think I am. I love the multiple POVs. I love that. I love that in any kind of book. I don't care what. Love it. So I think that probably helps because I don't really like third person. This is in third person, but it's different POVs. This series would be so much better if it was in first person. Does anybody else agree with that? I'm going to make a video about that one day, about how those books would be so much better if they were in first person. Why are they in third? That's a different point. So, yep, there's the moment of truth. I favor the Fallen Kingdom series. I just found this out myself. But I love them so much, and I cannot wait for December 15th for Frozen Tides. Okay. I'm okay. Alright, tell me down below what you think about these books, if you favor anything, what you like in fantasy, or recommend some cool fantasy books. You know, let's just talk about this. Let's talk. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.